I'm ready for this.
I am ready for this. I am
Yeah.
ready for this, Coach Dee. So explain to me what PHIT is all about.
So PHIT is an acronym. It stands for Physical Healthy Intensive Training. And just, I would say it's all about a holistic look at fitness. So I'm not just talking about, working out. That's the intense part, I would say, the intensive training. I'm not just talking about the in the gym work, also the nutrition side of it. So that's the healthy aspects of it. And it's physical. In physical aspect, you sweat, you use your muscles, you move your body. So it's just a full aspect of fitness and with nutrition.
And that's probably the hardest part for people. I mean, I'm sure, you can get up and be active and find someone to go work out with. But when you have to think about the nutritional side of it and live it day to day, I mean, that's a commitment.
Right. It is. Honestly, it's just like anything else. I had to get out of saying that it's hard. It does take discipline. It does take consistency, but that's with everything though, but the nutrition side of it, honestly, is the most important in my opinion. I think it's about 80% of any, fitness journey. And it's just practicing, different, better choices and for your lifestyle. So I like to say, I like to call my lifestyle clients and tell them that, what we're practicing is not a diet or, you're not punishing yourself or restricting yourself. You're just making better lifestyle choices and decisions. And that can even down to things like drinking a gallon of water a day, getting 7 to 10 hours. Some people need 10, whatever range you are in there, but minimum 7 hours of sleep, a night. Just doing all those important. There's other aspects of fitness too that you want to emphasize just as much as training in the gym or working out, grabbing a workout partner.
Now, how did you get into this?
So I've always been into track. Since a young age, that was the sport that I started with. So I would say at 4, I started running track, like AAU, and it just dived into other sports. I earned a scholarship to FAU. And after competing at FAU, after I graduated from FIU, I transferred. And after that time had passed, a few years, I want to say 2 years, I got back in the gym just working out. And one of my friends was like, hey, can you personal train me? And I was like, I'm not a personal trainer. And he was really, really persistent about it for about 2 months. And that's how I started personal training. And then I've more recently become a professional bodybuilder. So that was this last November 2019.
You have your pro card?
Yes, I got my pro card. So I did one national show before then. So I've only been doing bodybuilding for about a year, but I've always been in sports and I've always done athletics, which is directly related to fitness. I would say with bodybuilding, I'm a lot more deliberate. I'm a lot more intentional. So bodybuilding brought the nutritional side to what I'm used to. When I used to run track in college, I never cared about what I ate. I would run and then go straight to the store. I'm eating a hot sausage or something like that, But bodybuilding, it brought to the table just making decisions that was for my best self and my best interest. So when it came to the nutrition side of it and going into a prep and restricting what you're eating, that came really easy for me once I started bodybuilding because I had already cut certain things like meat out of my diet, certain things like dairy, eggs, those type of things out of my diet. I had already cut that. So that's how I got started into everything. Started from a young age with track, but more recently now it's doing professional bodybuilding. I'm also a fitness coach and personal trainer, a track coach. So I do fitness on every level. I like to bring again, being an athlete still myself. So now I'm an instructor of fitness, like I'm a leader in the sense that I personal train people, I coach people. So it's bringing that information to the table, but also still being an athlete and having a coach myself and having to take direction from somebody else and understanding nutrition and just watching my body in the last 3 years really transform. But the last year, focusing on nutrition through bodybuilding, it just really, really transformed. And so it's just all the pieces together has led me to be able to help other people.
Okay. Now I know we have a mutual friend, Hansford.
Hansford.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
College coach. That was like my first mentor, I would say. Hansford Johnson. Where do you know him from?
Church. Yeah, we
really?
met through church before he moved.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's a small world. They say that all the time. Is he on?
No, he's not on, but he commented on our last video post. He saw it.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, I got to get on Facebook. See, I'm not that active on Facebook. I have
You're
a
active
link
on Instagram, though.
Yes, Instagram. That's where I'm at. I'm like, but even Instagram, but that's just where it's at right now. So my Facebook is just directly linked to that. But I do need to get on Instagram and reach out to people like that. That was my very first mentor. That's where I fell in love with track at Chamberlain High School. He was my track coach there, him and his wife. And I had an amazing time learning under them and absorbing what I could from them. But yeah, they were great teachers.
So then you mentioned track, and you've been in track for a good portion of your life.
Yeah, for the majority of my life.
And in fitness and all that. So where do you really start with someone who's not into fitness or athletics like you? Someone who's just, wants to just do better? So
I would honestly say start with movement. You just start with movement. So it would, I like to assess, like, for instance, with my clients, I like to do an assessment. It's a 12-question assessment, and depending on your fitness level, if there is a person, say I have a client, Lisa, and she hasn't done activity since high school, and she's 38. Someone like that, and I take them and something like just walking 3 days a week for 30 minutes in their neighborhood, or even in the gym on some type of cardio machine, they will see a dramatic difference.
Now, how fast you gotta walk?
No, and it's to their pace. See, everything is to your fitness level. It's per your fitness level. So fitness is very individual. It's per each person. So yes, it's getting in movement, but intensity for me is definitely a different intensity for Clem. Because it just all depends on your fitness level. So if Lisa is a beginner and she hasn't been active since high school and she's 38, she's probably walking at 1.2.
Okay.
It's probably something low. But again, even just movement, her body has been used to over the years just sitting, not being active. So implementing something like a 30-minute walk or incline walk on a treadmill her body, that's just to get her metabolism rolling. And then once her body may adhere to that in about a month. And after a month, she'll get used to that, because now her fitness level, she's from a 1 now to a 2. So that's how fitness works. And so that's where you will start with somebody who's basic. You will start by not really taking things out their diet and forcing them to eat a certain way and doing things cold turkey. I do believe in like substitution and still having some of, but eating in proportion, understanding proportion sides. That's really, really important. And most people don't even look at the nutrition facts on something that they're eating. And it's probably like a lot of things are like about now, it's so much refined sugar and everything, 70, 60, 80% sugar. So it's understanding what you're eating. It's not that I don't have Oreos, or as of lately, I've been eating ice cream and I've cut ice cream, but it's all about
what kind of ice cream? Because you say no dairy.
So, okay, so that's why I like to, when people ask me what I am, I like to say, I practice what my body, I listen to my body. So if I had to say what my practices are, it would be more pescatarian, but at the same time too, I don't like to label it. No dairy in the sense of like milk, cow milk. I haven't had that since like the age of 8. More recently, I cut ice cream for a long time. I cut ice cream for about a year. But January, I had a Snickers ice cream bar. And since then, I've been having like a Snickers ice cream bar a week. It's like, I need one. But, my body is also responded to it in the way that I go to the restroom right after. my sweat does not smell. It has a smell as opposed to not having a smell. So when I say listening to my body, things like that, I know that when I'm not having dairy, when I'm not eating ice cream, I'm not running to the restroom right after I have it, or I don't have the bubble guts, or I don't have gas. So this is the parts that I'm like, okay, I'm aware of this, but I also know how my body operates when I'm not on it. So that's what I mean, just making better decisions. So I'll still have ice cream. Occasionally, lately too, I've been having cheese. Other than that, I've never went back and forth on the meat. That's just something that kind of stuck. Once I cut it, it was like out of the diet. I still have fish. I go back and forth between eggs. As of lately, I haven't had eggs since December 15th. So, and the longest that I've cut eggs was 8 months. And again, it's just listening to my body. It's like, okay, I'm feeling bloated. I'm not using the restroom as often as I am when I'm eating fresh foods, or I'm not eating dairy, or I'm not eating eggs. And so it's just all of how my body responds to it. Right now, I'm just taking the L with the ice cream because I'm just eating for pleasure there. But most of the time, that's why I tell people it's a practice from eating from pleasure to eating to put the proper nutrition in your body. And it's still okay if you do things that you used to do. It's all about moderation too. And as you go on, you get better and better. There are certain things that you're never going to touch again. Like for me, I know that I'll never touch meat again. I'm kind of feeling that way about eggs too, where I'm just like, yeah, I'm just not feeling it. The smell of it, just whatever it is, it's just my body is just like, yeah, no, we don't want that. We don't need that. And then when I have something fresh, like say a salad, I normally don't eat salads, but I made a really nice salad last week with romaine lettuce, and it had radish and garlic and olives and peppers. And when I tell you, I felt so good eating it, like smiling, eating it. And my body felt that way as well. Like afterwards, I went outside for a walk. Now, as opposed to eating ice cream where it tastes good, I'm stimulated in that moment because of the sugar, adrenaline. But afterwards, the cost of it is bubble guts and sitting on the toilet for a little bit, you know? So it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm tired of feeling like that. I know what it takes for my body to feel good. And you start to feel your body in that way. So that's the approach that I like to take. It's just all about, oh, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah, I still see you.
Oh, mine's kind of went out a little bit. Okay. It's all about just being mindful. It's a mindful practice. It's just being mindful and being real with yourself. You have to be gentle with yourself. But again, you have to be disciplined. And a lot of people think that discipline is being a tyrant with yourself all the time. And it's not that. It's just setting boundaries. Okay. So it's that's what the nutrition guide is. That's what physical healthy intensive training is. It's all about just making better lifestyle choices day by day, you know, doing what's best for you in that moment. And again, you get, as you stay consistent, you get better for your level. It's all about you versus you, not you versus, oh, look at what Dana's doing. No, she's squatting this and but how long have I been doing this? Right. And how much practice have I put into it? So it's all about that.
All right, so then I guess let's get into your.
Yes, the nutrition guide. Let's go. So today what we're going to be talking about is just an overview of nutrition. This is something that I've put together from research and then also my own life experience. Again, I've been an athlete for a long time from a young age in AAU sports and high school sports, school sports, also on a collegiate level, now with bodybuilding on a professional level. So this is just this is how I got to where I am implementing the nutrition guide. Now, I don't eat half of the things on here, but this is how I started to cut meat and clean up my diet. This was the process that I took. So today we're going to go over just a full overview of it. So when it comes to weight loss, of course we got to eat in a deficit. So I do want to make that note. If you want to lose weight, you can't be eating in a surplus. So that's number one. But just outside of that, if that's not common knowledge, to get the best results is to be eating, practicing clean eating and working out at the same time. You know, some people just think working out will get them to their goals, and that's an approach. But I think that's the long way. And also some people think that, you know, just eating proper nutrition can get them to their goals. And that is an approach. I just think that's the long way. I've found in my personal experience and also working with other people and other clients and trainers, that when you combine the two and implement it in a healthy lifestyle, that's when you can maintain the physique and image and weight that you want to, whether it be a lot of muscle or looking lean and maintaining a low body fat.
And I mean, I just know for me, like, I know it's challenging from the standpoint of the whole diet aspect or just being mindful of what I'm eating, because I'm so focused on so many other things that what I'm choosing to eat is so low on my personal priority list. And I know that I need to bring it up, because I'll just go in there and grab something instead of thinking about, okay, is this what I should be eating right now?
Right. And I know that's I know that is the issue for most people, but it's not really about conveniency. You do go an extra step in buying fresh foods and making sure that things are prepped. But what I can say is, like, right now here today, is that we all have an abundance of time.
Mm-hmm.
So these are practices. What I'm talking about is something that can be practiced right now while we have abundance of time. Now, maybe the old way, the normal way is we do get up and we're so just automated for work and doing other things that we don't prioritize this. And this our health is a good health is our birthright, and it is our well-being. Like, your food is your medicine. So that is something that we should definitely prioritize. We've gotten to the point where we just eat for conveniency. And again, that is okay, but we have to look at how our bodies are responding to that. And right now, again, we just have the time to implement practices like this, where it will take a little extra step of, going to the grocery store. Instead of going once every 2 weeks, you may have to go every week, because fresh fruits, produce, it kind of spoils a little quicker.
Yeah.
But implementing a practice, or maybe going twice a week. And when you go grocery shopping, you cut up your fruit right then and there, and you put it in Ziploc bags. You have a prep day, or you prep the day before, or you prep the morning of. There's so many different approaches that you can take to this for whatever works for your lifestyle. And practicing it now, when things do start to, I don't want to say go back to normal, because I don't think they will, but when things start to move forward, you will have a practice that you can now implement your work around that practice. So, for example, if right now you implement going to the grocery store twice a week, and when you go to the grocery store, say you go on Sundays and Wednesdays, and every Sunday you go to the grocery store, you get your fruit, you shop by the ad, you get fresh produce, you get fresh veggies. When you get home, cut those veggies up, cut the fruit up, put them in Ziploc bags for the week, for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at least.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do it for the whole week. Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So that when Wednesday come, okay, I go to the grocery store again. I get me some more fruit. I cut up for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You just get into those routines. I just personally feel, my personal belief, that this is something that we should be prioritizing. You're 100% correct when you say that most people are thinking about other things. What I want to bring to light is that this is something that we could be thinking about. And this is something that I've took in and deliberately, kind of built my life around, like living in this way, less convenience, but focusing on my health and my well-being. And it's brought so many positive things into my life. So that's like what I'm sharing. So again, it's practicing, it's balance. Again, if you say you're working right now still, and what you have in the fridge is still bagels and cream cheese, get rid of that. Go ahead, eat it. Eat the bagels and cream cheese. But what I would challenge you is, next time when you go to the grocery store, buy oatmeal. Buy fresh oatmeal, still oats, and make oatmeal in the morning. If you're tight in the morning, that night, make overnight oats. So there's always a way. There's always a substitution. So that's what I mean by substitution.
I think it's perfect that you can be a coach to help people with that type of stuff as well. That's part of your services to kind of.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. One second, my laptop is dying. Can I grab my charger?
Yeah.
Okay, really, really quick.
So I mean, I just love how you know, Coach Dee and I've been working together for a while now, and I'm trying to get my fitness together. I'm trying to get my eating habits right. I love the fact that, you know, we can get up in the morning, do a Zoom call, and as you'll see in a couple of minutes here, you know, she'll just guide me through a workout, and then the whole fitness, not just the fitness side of it, but the nutritional side as well, is something that she's obviously so strong and passionate about. And then being able to coach, lead, educate, and mentor, you know, her clients toward their desired physique, fitness goals, nutritious levels, body weight, mass, all of those type of things are what she's passionate about and what she gets and what she understands. And it's evident that she's good at it because she has her pro card as a bodybuilder. I mean, I'm not going to get my pro card at that. But she understands what she's talking about. So I mean, so Dee, I want to, you know, maybe go through one more slide, and then we'll save you know, the rest of the presentation for another time, and then we'll get to our workout, you know, because I don't want to give everybody everything. They got to come.
Right, not today. Y'all have to tune in next week. So this is something that, you know, Clem and I do want to continue to do on a weekly basis, kind of do episodes. Today was just an overview and an introduction to nutrition. So hopefully this gets you guys intrigued. Like he said, after we get done with this next portion, we're going to go into a fitness segment where we work out. So the good thing about this is we're talking about nutrition and fitness. Like, it's everything. We're not just focusing on one piece of the puzzle. We're putting the entire all the pieces together. So hopefully you guys join us in the future too. But yeah, we can go on to the next slide. Okay, what a meal should include. Okay, so I'll go ahead and read this, kind of just line by line. Okay. So each meal should include a protein source, a healthy fat source. And some people may be saying, what is a healthy fat source? What do you mean by that? Stay tuned. We will dive into that in our next episode, what a healthy fat source is. But there is a difference between fats. And then low carb vegetables or a low carb. Another tip is to sleep 7 to 10 hours a day. You want to stay away as much as you can from sugars and preservatives and processed foods. Again, it's all about it's not, if you're a person that can go to cold turkey, that more power to you. That is amazing. Do that. But most people need to be weaned off things. So it's all about listening to your body. Most of our diets right now is made up of refined sugar, preservatives, and processed foods. So it's all about just subbing out things right now. And as you sub out things, you'll start to cut them long term. So it's listening to your body. Because you do want your foods to be as fresh as possible. Fresh vegetables, fresh fruits. And if you eat meat, fresh meat. So not getting the frozen Tyson at Walmart, kind of going to Publix and getting that fresh from the butchery in the back, or I know Sprouts, that's somewhere where I like to shop, especially when I'm meal prepping for other people. Just places where Winn-Dixie is also just places where you can get the meat fresh seafood, fresh fruit. You want to, as much as you can, definitely stay away from things in a can. It's meant to last in a can for a certain time. So I used to work at a grocery store. I used to manage at Target, and I learned very quickly there that cans, like, they get rid of them because they have a shelf life, which is the expiration date that is on that can. But then we don't throw them away. We go and donate that. That's what we're giving to the Salvation Army and His Helping Hands and other places, because most foods, almost all foods in a can are meant to last for up to 2 years in that can. So they're preserved to last up to that long. So if it's meant to last that long in a can, could you imagine what it's doing in your body and in your intestines? That's why most people, when you ask them how many times do they do number 2 in a day, some people don't even go once a day. You know, I would say regular is, 1 to 3 times a day. And some people are going 1 to 3 times a week, and it's because of what we eat and where we're sourcing our food from. So that's why I like to say, eat as fresh as you possibly can. Again, just subbing out some of your processed foods. So if you're a person who likes canned veggies or fruits, or even frozen veggies or fruits, I would challenge you that next time you go grocery shopping, you can do all of them, like all of your veggies and fruits fresh, or you can just sub. You can say, if you eat frozen mixed berries, get fresh mixed berries this week. So go get you some fresh blueberries, fresh raspberries, fresh strawberries. Look at how your body will respond to that. Pay attention to the taste. Look at how your taste buds respond to that. Even your reaction, you're probably even gonna smile from that. You know, look at that. And those are things, that's how you start to sub for a better way of fueling your body. And that's how you get rid of, that's what I mean by staying away from the sugars, preservatives, and the processed foods. It's subbing out things like that. You want to eat earth-grown foods and supplements, which just means things that come from the earth, natural things with the seed. And again, we'll dive in as we go into future.
Yeah, because we have a whole list of
I have a whole list of what I mean by, again, a healthy fat source. What do I mean by earth-grown foods? Again, you can still eat white rice and potatoes, but we have to understand what our bodies are doing with that, how our bodies, it goes into our system, and our bodies break it down and immediately stores it as glycogen. Like we use it to burn as, like, it's like sugar, it's a carbohydrate. We just break that down. Whereas if you eat wild black rice, there's fiber in that. There is so many other minerals, iron, vitamin E. There's so many other supplements that's in this grain that, because it's from the earth, it hasn't been processed. It hasn't went through a process. It hasn't been chemically bleached. So you get all the benefits of what this food has to offer. So, you know, it's eating in that way.
You know, Dee, I'm thinking. I think post all this quarantining, we may have to do a segment where you come over to the house and open up the cabinet and start pulling out stuff.
Oh, yes. Listen, I do grocery shopping with clients. I've gone to people's house and helped them meal prep. I've gone and these are snippets of my nutrition guide. I've gone and sat with an entire family in their kitchen and went over the entire nutrition guide. So this is, again, what I love to do. Like you said, I am passionate about it. So I am open to listen, while quarantine, I'm good. I've been doubling up on echinacea. I've been seeing the ABCs, washing my hands, like all is well. Nice. But it's from things like this. Honestly, I've been practicing the nutrition guide for the last 3 years. I haven't eaten meat in the last 4.5 years, and then 3 years ago is when I made this nutrition guide, is when I started implementing a lot of these practices. So even into the next one about drinking water, I like to say drink a gallon a day, carry your gallon with you. You know, my mom gets on me all the time. She says all the time, Dana, that gallon is so unladylike. And, you know, I just kind of open it and I'm just chugging it back. And I can be at a restaurant and she's like, it's just so unladylike. I'm like, Mom, I'm not trying to be ladylike for anybody out here. I'm trying to get my water in. A gallon a day keeps the
But you know what? But Dee, I don't think you can be more lady than an AKA though.
You know, this is what I am saying. There are two sides to everything, but that is another discussion for it. Don't get me started there. But yes, I like to say carry your gallon with you. This is how a lot of people, so what I've broken down here is how I started to get through a gallon. When I first started, it was like impossible for me to get through the gallon. And the idea of carrying a gallon was actually making me feel worse than I was feeling more. I was beating myself up a lot more than not, because I had this gallon and by the end of the day, it was still more than halfway full. So what I did, can we go back to the previous slide?
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So what I did was these last 3 bullets. So you want to drink 8 to 16 fluid ounces. I prefer natural spring water because it is higher in alkaline. It has a even pH balance. Other people prefer different things. I would say just drink water. I recommend spring water, but whatever water. But 8 to 16 fluid ounces. I like to say the bottle that Clem is holding. Can you hold that up? Just have it sitting next to on your nightstand. So room temperature water as soon as you wake up. I like to say room temperature because it gets your digestive system going. Okay, if you're drinking ice cold water in the morning, it gets your metabolism going. That will get your metabolism going. So they're doing two different things. I personally I like my digestive system. I like to get the enzymes, the good bacteria in my gut going. I like to use the restroom a lot. So that is a way that I start my day. My first 16 full ounces is from the nightstand. I'm drinking the bottle is when I first started. And then after that, in planning meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, at least 30 to 40 minutes before that meal. Now, this helps with overeating as well. A lot of times, especially now, we all see like we're in the house and you just doing what? Eating. Even I'm right now eating more than usual. And it's just because it's something that we want to do. It's something, again, like we get direct stimulation from the sugar that we're ingesting. So a lot of times if you just slow it down and have water 30 to 40 minutes before you intend to eat. So if you say, my stomach's like, okay, I'm hungry. And you say, okay, let me have some water, drink water. 30 to 40 minutes later, if you're still hungry or your stomach is growling, that is a signal from your body that, hey, I am truly hungry. I am lacking in some nutrition somewhere, feed me. So again, and this has come from not only experimenting on myself, but also practicing this with other clients, that this leads to cutting the overeating because you'll oftentimes get full off of the drink. It's kind of like, when you go to a restaurant and they keep bringing out the drinks and you've had 3 drinks before your food comes out and you're like, man, I'm full. It's that same concept. You probably weren't even hungry to begin with. You were just eating. And so these last 3 tips are a way to get in your gallon a day in the morning, 30 to 45 minutes before your meals and right before you go to bed. So yeah, awesome. So that's our nutrition segment for this week. We actually had a lot more planned, but we kind of spoke about a lot this week. That was really, really good. I'm excited about that.
We did. And I think it's good for people to be able to have that information and start off with that. Oh, look at the dog.
Sammy said, hey, she's like, okay, hold me. I need some attention.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, I think, and as we've been drinking our water, trying to stay hydrated, ate some food this morning.
Right. Yes, we did. We got on the call and we were like, hold on, we got to eat.
Right. So let's go ahead and get set up for our workout.
Yes, so I'm going to rearrange some things, put the dogs in, so my screen's going to go black for a minute, and then I'll come back on.
Sounds good.
Okay. You're the DJ.
Oh, wait, I'm the DJ today?
You're the DJ today.
Okay. All right, so find this music. So as you all have seen, Coach Dee is awesome. She's got her workout plan. She knows she not only knows it, but she's living it, which is amazing to me. That, she's not only telling you what to do, but she's also doing it herself. I'm just flipping through my screen here, trying to get everything set up on my end. I was telling Dee it's
okay. I need about a minute.
Not a problem.
Get my table.
Huh? Are you just looking? Okay. My daughter just came upstairs to check out the workout.
Talk Just like someone running it?
Yeah, I'm running it.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
You could have told me that.
Well, everybody's hearing you talk now. All right.
Okay. Where's the music? I thought it was gonna come out here and the music was gonna be flowing.
Yeah, I wasn't ready.
You wasn't ready? Okay. Oh, let me put the doggies in here.
All right.
Come on, Prince. Come on, Sammy. Come on, Prince. So,
it's challenging being a video engineer and doing it all myself too.
Right, it is. Clem's the man, guys. Listen, I'm grateful for him. And don't let him fool you. These was all his ideas. I'm grateful.
Hey, I recognize you for having your gifts and your talents, and I want the world to be able to experience what I have in such a short amount of time.
Listen, that is great. Thank you. So actually, before we start the music, since you have it paused, I'm going to go over the circuit that we're going to do. So last time we did a Zoom call last week, and we just did a little workout, 20-minute workout. It was great. We did a circuit. I'm gonna stick to that same format. So the movements that we're gonna have, 1 second, let me pull it up here. So we're gonna start with a warm-up, which I will lead us through. But we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 5 exercises. Okay, we're going to do a seal jack. So with the seal jack, we're going to start open and close, kind of like a jumping jack. So, you know, a jumping jack is up here, seal jack's here. So I'm here, close. Okay, and what we're going to do, I'm going to have the timer going. We're going to work for 30 seconds. And work 30 seconds on. Well, actually this week, let's go. I do want to push it up. My morning client this morning, I pushed her. So we're going to work 40 seconds. We're going to work 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Every minute on the minute.
For 5 rounds?
Huh?
For 5 rounds?
For 5 rounds. Yes, 40 seconds. We get in the sweat in. We're going to do a nice warm up. Okay, we got to get that good movement. It's early. The other day we were mid-afternoon. This is a morning workout. We're going to get the blood flowing. So then after that, we're going to go into a forward lunge, into a reverse lunge. So what that looks like is I'm stepping forward with my right leg. My left knee almost touched the ground, creating 90-degree angles with both of my legs. Stepping back, feet together, and I'm stepping back behind me. Okay, so again, from this angle, stepping forward with my left, and creating 90-degree angles here with both of my legs, pushing through my front heel, bring my feet together. Then I'm going to step back. Okay? Yes, together. So now do it with the right leg forward. I got my 90-degree angles, push off through that front heel, bring my feet together, step back, same right leg. Yep, knee down, back together. Okay, so that's going to be a good one. We're going to do that for 40 seconds. After that, we're going to get into lateral lunges. Our hands are going to be here. This is for posture. Take a big step. Here, both feet stay flat. I want to get in as low, as low as I can go. Now, both heels, notice I'm not on my tippy toes. I want to keep those heels in the ground. Heels stay in the ground. Push off. Okay, then I'm stepping the other way. Okay, yeah, make that space. That's why I'm glad, yep. So if you guys are tuning in, go ahead, create a little space. We're not getting started yet, but I'm just showing you the movements. Again, going over form. I want to make sure that my knees are behind my toes, my hips are back, and my heels are in the ground, both feet, okay? And again, I'm pushing through the heels, okay? We'll do that for 40 seconds. Then we're gonna get into mountain climbers. We'll be here and feet to the hands. Okay, if you're like me, I'm gonna crank those things out like this, but also just movement here to your place, to your pace, all right? This is level 1, speeding it up a little bit is level 2, and then going as fast as you can, and you can go through all 3 variations, okay? And then our very last one, we're gonna go into a plank. So we'll be on our forearms. So if you're on a hard surface like me, you may want to get a towel or something, yoga mat, RX pad. So we'll be on our forearms for our plank, and we're going to plank for 40 seconds. So we'll be here. I want you to make sure that you're putting all the pressure in your palms. So notice I'm not sunking down like this, but I'm not up here, okay? I'm kind of slightly forward where my shoulders are over my wrist. All the pressure is in my palm and my fingertips and my toes, okay? Squeezing my core, okay? Not too high, not too low. So those are gonna be our exercises. We're gonna go 5 rounds, okay? 5 rounds.
All right. All right, I'm crying. I'm crying already.
You crying already? All right, so we're gonna get into a warm up. Just follow my lead. I'll be doing the counter. We're gonna start with like some neck rolls, some arm circles, and just some lunging in position, just to get our bodies warmed up, get it ready for movement. Okay?
And trying to make sure the music is not too loud.
Okay.
Hopefully that's okay for the listeners. We'll figure it out. All right.
All right. So first we're gonna start with like an arm circle series. Okay, we're gonna do 10 big circles to the front. 10 big circles to the front. 2, yep, 3, 4, 5, 6. And after we get 10 big circles to the front, stand to the front, you're gonna go 10 small circles. Okay. Warming up our shoulders, we wanna get mobile. So once we get 10 small circles to the front, you're gonna go 10 big circles to the back. 10 big circles to the back. Reverse.
Now I hear my shoulders popping as I'm doing this.
Not so your shoulders may not be used to that movement, this type of mobility. So I would say as long as there's no pain, that is okay, that is normal. And then 10 small circles, but also pay attention to that. So one, it tells you about movement, but it also could be a thing of calcium, getting more calcium into your system, whether that's supplementing with a supplement or food. All right, from there, we're gonna get in our torso twist here. So make sure I'm twisting that foot too, kind of squeezing the glute. There we go. So we're gonna do 10 total, 5 each side. 10 total, 5 each side. Okay. All right, and after we get that, we're gonna go into back taps. Here, just loosen it up. If you like me, this is where I hear the cracking for me. But get into the back taps, kind of like hug yourself, loosen that back up. So normally I really like a dynamic warm up, but since we're doing a HIT style workout, high intensity interval training, and we're working every minute on the minute, the workout is kind of constructed that way. So we're doing a little more movement, static stretching, dynamic, but still some static stretching is what we're about to get in a little bit. So right now we're gonna go into a lunge position, like a runner's lunge, and kind of lean more forward. You should feel it in your hamstring, right? And we just want to reach back. Okay, we're gonna hold this for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. So we're gonna switch, right leg forward. Again, my knee's still behind my toe, but all the weight is in my front heel. Yeah, open the hips up. You should definitely feel it in your hips. Lean back slightly in your back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. And then we're going to go lateral. We're going to be here. We're going to hold this 10 seconds. Okay.
Now, before, I know we've had some people who didn't want to necessarily be on camera, so they've been working out with us.
Oh yes, keep going. Oh, when it gets rolling, y'all. I mean, whether it's just us or you're just not even on camera, you're gonna get all the energy. I hope you're feeling this. Thank you for joining. Thank you for hopping in. Whether it's on the live or in your front room, on your way to work, just listening. If you're still working, 10 seconds. I think that was 10 seconds. All right, and then the other side.
I mean, it feels like it's part of the workout.
Yeah, no, we're just warming the body up. Now, normally, again, I do like static stretching at the end of the workout, but the type of workout that we're doing has prompted me to move it to the beginning and use it as a warm-up, okay? So just open it up. I'm a little sore here, so I'm opening it up, my hips a little bit. There we go. All right, now we're gonna get started on our movement. Y'all remember what we're doing? Let's go over real quick, what we're doing. So we're gonna go to a seal jack, starting open, close, 40 seconds there. Straight from a seal jack, forward lunge, feet together, reverse lunge, okay? The mirror's kind of close, I gotta do this way, okay? Forward lunge to reverse lunge, okay? After we get there, then we're going into lateral lunges. After lateral lunges, we'll get down, go into mountain climbers, and then after mountain climbers, we're going down into a plank, okay? We're working for 40 seconds, we're resting for 20. We're working every minute on the minute, okay? 40 plus 20 is 60 seconds, that's the minute, okay? All right, you got your music ready, Clem?
Yep. Do you hear?
Right. So I'm gonna have a timer going. I will have a timer. All right. Let's just waiting for the music, you know, until then it's no music.
Oh, you don't hear it?
No, it's not like how it was when we first were on earlier. You can play that way.
Is that better?
No, I don't hear it at all.
All right.
Just bear with us, guys. Get ready. I hope y'all, so if take this time, if you felt tight anywhere, so if it's your upper body, you can take time to stretch that out more. Another way to stretch out the upper body is on the wall. You know, you can step on the wall, kind of lean into it, you know, a little bit. If your lower body, you can get into this pose to stretch there a little bit. There you go. You got it. You got it. All right. So we're going to start with seal jacks. Okay. We're going to start with seal jacks. We're going to go 40 seconds. 40 seconds with the seal jacks. All right. 3, 2, 1. Let's work. Come on. There we go. Keep working. Good. Clap in the middle. Just clap in the middle. Don't cross. Yeah, there we go. Keep working. So this is all about you versus you. There is no number. So you're going at your pace. If this is too slow, you can crank them out. But if that's too fast, go at your pace. We're going for 40 seconds. Oh, my timer wasn't going. Give me 10 more seconds. 10 more. There we go. Keep working. Keep working. I got the timer going now. Keep going all the way till we hear that timer. Time. So now we're resting for 20 seconds. Now we're going to go into our forward lunge, feet together, reverse lunge, feet together. We're alternating. So you'll work the left leg, then you'll work the right leg, or the right, then the left. That's up to you. So now we're working for 40 seconds. And let's work. Forward. Good. Feet together. Reverse. There we go. Step forward, squeeze that core. You want to lean forward, step back, again, create a 90-degree angles. All right? So this is just, you're just moving. Just keep moving. This is all mental. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. We got 18 seconds left. We're more than halfway through. There we go. Forward. Good. And I want to make sure I'm creating 90-degree angles. So for me, it's all about form. It's not necessarily about how many you're cranking out right now. Come to balance, engage that core. We got 20 seconds. So the core is the midsection. I use that. Oh, we got time. You got extra reps in. That's time. 20 seconds rest. Good job. You got in a few extra seconds. That was good. So now we're going to get into our mountain climbers. Okay? Mountain climbers. We're going to be here. right? We're going for 40 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, let's work. There we go. Crank them out, crank them out. All right, Clem, cranking them out. There we go, crank them out. Keep moving, keep moving. If you want to slow it down, just get in the movement. Again, I'm driving my knee to my chest, driving my knee to my chest. Even in this position, I'm squeezing my core, engaging my core, making sure it's nice and tight. Keep going, keep going. We're more than halfway through. Clem, drop that butt a little bit, more like a plank. There you go, so I don't want to be up here. There you go, more like a plank. Squeeze that core. We got 5 seconds left. Keep going, keep going. Time, that's time. So we're gonna rest 20 seconds. How you feeling? How y'all feeling? Good, thumbs up. All right, so now what we're gonna do, again, we're gonna go into our plank. Again, we're on our forearms. On our forearms. Not yet though, not yet. I'm starting early. Demonstrating. All right, we're going 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Into that plank. Into that plank, there we go, hold that, yeah, there you go. If somebody said a book with a pencil, it should be able just to sit right there. Squeeze, so bring those hips up just a little bit. Lock those knees out. There we go. All the pressure is in my elbows, in my palms, in my fingertips, and my toes, okay? Squeeze that core, that midsection. Keep going, hold it. Come on, you better hold it. You better hold it. Come on, you better hold it. Get them hips up. You better hold it. All right. That was time. That was time. That was time. Good job, guys. So that was round 1. Round 1. We rested 20 seconds and we're going right back into it. Right back to the top. We're going to have seal jacks. We're going to have seal jacks. If you need water, now's the time. Grab your water. 5 seconds. Let's roll. And let's get it. 40 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1, let's work. Yep. Clem's figuring out the music, so he's gonna hop in. Don't worry, I'm gonna get all my seconds. I'm gonna get them all. There we go. Clap. So Clem, make sure you clap like in the middle. Keep the chest up, as if like you're working his chest. There you go. Come on. There we go. On the balls of the feet. Gonna have those legs like Dana. Come on. Work those calves. Keep moving. Keep moving. There you go. Come on. Come on. We got 4 seconds left. And time. Time. And time. 20 seconds rest. How y'all feel? I'm feeling good. Once we get the music right, then we can kind of get jiggy to it. There you go. We got 5 seconds. We're almost there, guys. So we're going into the lunges. Lunges. 3, 2, 1, let's lunge. And forward lunge. Again, creating those 90-degree angles. Reverse lunge. Okay? Pushing through that front heel. Then push back. Again, even here, my core nice and engaged. Nice and tight each time. Okay? Not leaning far over like this. Keep it stand straight up. Come on, let's work. More than halfway through. Keep working. Keep working. And it's all about you versus you. If you got 5 each leg this set, go for those same 5. If you want to push yourself, go for 6. Okay? And that's time. That's time. We're resting 20 seconds. We're getting into our mountain climbers. We're getting into our mountain climbers. We're almost there. Mountain climbers coming up. Mountain climbers coming up. How y'all feeling? I feel good.
Yeah. Only round 2?
It's round 2, mommy. What you mean? This is round 2, not only round 2. We just got through 2 rounds. That means we only got 3 more left. You gotta change the way you're thinking about it. Right?
You're right. You're right.
So, mountain climbers. Yep. Drive the knee to the chest. All right, I'm gonna take it slow. We strong. I'm gonna slow. Right? Got the knee to the chest. Again, dig those toes into the ground. Larry, you should be feeling your calf. You should be feeling your core throughout this entire movement. Okay, don't be so hunched, relax those shoulders. Okay, squeeze that core. Guide the knees to the chest, right? Toes in the ground. You should feel that in your calf. Good. You want some twisting? Draw that knee. There we go. Draw the knee. Keep working. We got 6 seconds left. 6 seconds left. Ready? Come on. Time. That's time. 20 seconds left. We're going into a plank. 20 seconds and we're going into a plank.
What is this I'm feeling?
We doing sweat checks? Can we get a sweat check? Oh, I gotta get it next step. I'm not sweating enough. Oh, I'm not even gathering. Oh, I'm not sweating enough. I see it on your head, Clem. You gotta go like this. Sweat check. Right, now we enter our plank. Enter our plank. 3, 2, 1, let's plank. All right. So I want to be nice and even, not too high, not too low, no dip in my back. Okay, I'm squeezing that core, nice and engaged. I'm relaxing my shoulders, I'm not tense, right? All the pressures in my elbows and my palms and my fingertips and my toes, all the points, all right? We're more than halfway through. So this exercise and like all the exercises is mental, all right? Come on, sometimes it's like, how great do I want to be? Come on, bring those hips up a little bit, Clem. We got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. All right. All right, we about to start at 3. We got to start at 3. You know, 3 is a good number. It represents the Holy
Is that your number?
I said 3 is a good number. You know, good things come with 3s.
Were you a 3?
Huh?
Were you a 3 when you pledged?
No, I was a favorite movement you would say?
That's the easiest one is the jumping. The most reward for me is probably the 40-minute plank.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't like it. I don't like doing it, but I understand.
You feel it. All right, let's get into these mountain climbers. Ready? Let's work. This set 3, y'all. Come on, so let's crank it up. Crank it up for set 3. Keep working. Good, there you go, Clem. Draw the knees more to the chest. Get that full range of motion. And squeeze the core here. Drop those hips a little bit. This should feel like the plank. Keep coming. Keep going. Come on. There you go. Come on. There you go. 15 seconds. Go, go, go. Good. Let's go, Clem. Keep working. We're in the single digits. Crank them out. Come on. Crank them out. Who's going fast with me? Crank them out. Time. We'll rest 20 seconds. And we're right into that plank. I don't know if y'all can hear my timer. Well, it's coming. How y'all feel? This is the second movement class of the day. This is good.
Did you do a second?
All right, ready? 40 seconds, yeah. So I had a client this morning at 6. We got in some movement ready, and we're planking. We got in planks today too. So this is one of my favorite core exercises because you're not only just working your core, but you're using your spine in a way that it's intended to be used. So I know a lot of people like to sit up. Come on, come on, come on, get up. Bring them hips up. You got this. Hold it. Hold it. Come on. All right. So I know a lot of people like the sit-ups. A lot of people like the leg raises, and they are great. Come on, pick it up, drop it, then pick it up. If you drop, pick it up. If you drop, pick it up. Did I have the timer going? Oh, I didn't even have the timer going. So let's go for 20 more seconds. Come on, pick it up. I'm holding it too. I'm holding it too. Come on. Bring those hips up. That little dip in the back, bring those hips up. Yeah, right there. Come on, we got 9 seconds. We're almost there. We're almost there. Hold it. I'm holding it with you. Come on. 3, 2, time. Good. All right, 20 seconds rest. But yes, my thing about the plank is my favorite core exercise because you're using the spine in a way that it's intended to be used. So yes, you can do a sit-up and leg raises, and those things are great. And you do see a lot of effect physically and visually in your physique in the abdominal area. But just because your spine can bend doesn't mean that it should bend. So that's why I like the plank, because I'm not doing any bending of the spine, which creates back injuries or pain. All right. 3, this is set 4. This is set 2020, that's number 4. This is year 4. Come on, those are good numbers. Good numbers, y'all. Let's go. Ready? Ready, and go. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Clem. This is the easiest one you said. Come on. It works. It works. Come on, give it to me in a circle. Come on. Move around. There you go. There you go. Come on. There you go. There you go. Move around with it. Good. Y'all see the calves? Work the calves. Work the calves. Good. There we go. Come on. Keep working. This one is the most taxing too. Come on, 10 seconds. Work. Breathe. Breathe. It's open, close, Clem. Open, close. The feet and the arms move together. There we go. Time. Time. You got 20 seconds. Stand up. Come on, stand up. We're almost done. Stand up. Keep moving. Keep moving. All right. We're going in 4 seconds. Our lunges. This is set 4. And let's work. Lunge. There you go. Come on. How many have you been getting? Good. Squeeze that core. Good balance. Good job. There we go. Creating 90-degree angles every time, each time. Right foot forward, right foot back. Good. Left foot forward, left foot back. Yeah. You want to minimize the leaning, so don't come straight up. Minimize this. Okay, stay straight up. Push through those heels. And that's time. Standing in a crowd. 20 seconds rest. Keep 'em up. Hands up. Hands up. Stay up. Go up. Keep moving. Keep moving. This is your dance. Do the clam. Do the clam. Do the clam. Do the clam. All right. 54 seconds. Mountain climber. Mountain climber. Ready, and let's go. Let's go to set 4. Let's go to set 4. There you go. Crank them out. Come on with you. All right. Let's count. 4, 5. Good. Drop your hips down. 6, 7. Good. 8. Relax those shoulders. Keep the core. Good. Relax those shoulders. The head shouldn't be moving. Keep the head neutral. Good. Draw the knee to the chest. Draw the knee to the chest. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Good. Come on, keep going. This at 4. This the bottom of 4. We're almost done. We got 5 seconds left. We're almost done. We're on our way to greatness. Good. All right. 20 seconds left. Come on, come on. Oh yeah, I mean we are on the ground now. You can bust out with the worm. All right. 5 seconds. And let's work into that plank. Keep those hips up. Challenge yourself. I actually got the timer going too. Come on. You only 4 seconds. 7. Hips up. Hips up a little more. Come on. What is you doing? Move that pillow. What is going on? Come on. There we go. Bring the hips up. Hips up. Good. Right there. Right there. Stay right there. Squeeze that core. Squeeze the core. We got 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 5, 4. Tax it. Come on. Good job. We got one more round. We got one more round. Sweat check. I need y'all to sweat check. Get up on the camera. Sweat check. All in the veins. Sweat check. I got it all right here. Sweat check. Sweat. It's not really coming from a chin today. Oh. You're like, you dying. All right, that's 20 seconds. So y'all, this is what I want to say. This is our last set. This is our 5th round. We're working every minute on the minute. All right? So this last set, work the whole 40 seconds. Challenge yourself. You versus you. 3, 2, 1. Let's work. Keep moving. Darling, hold my hand. Come on. Come on. Come on. Keep working. Keep moving. So this is where it gets mental. Right? Come on. You versus you. You versus you. Good. Filling in the calves. Work the calves. Everything is tight. Keep working. Keep working. Keep working. Keep working. There you go. Work those legs. Work those legs. There we go. There we go. 5 seconds left. Come on. Come on. Don't stop. We here. Good. Stop now. 20 seconds rest. Come on, but still don't stop moving. Keep moving. Last night I was watching Tybo. Y'all remember Tybo? Yeah. What was his name? Billy? What was his name?
Blaine. Was it Billy Blaine?
Yes, there we go. The originator of Zone Fitness, okay? Yes, I had to go old school with it. All right, let's get out of here. Just last set. Things ready, let's work. 4, together, 5, together. Oh, I'm supposed to alternate. Alternate, make sure you alternate. Alternate. Good, there you go. This is the part. Okay. Create those angles, 90-degree angles, okay? Pushing through the heel, okay? Good job. We're more than halfway through, stay true, come on. Now you versus you and work, work. Push through the heels, come on. There you go, let's go. Raise clean, good job. 20 seconds rest. We're almost done. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. I think it's like this. I'm going too slow. All right, we got our mountain climbers. We got 2 more exercises, then we're gonna cool down. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's get it. This is the last set, so I wanna crank them out. Come on, flow with me, let's go. Come on, let's go, crank them out. Crank them out, crank them out. Be working. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, you versus you. Step by step, come on. Draw those knees. Come on. Keep working, keep working. 10 seconds left. Come on, Clem, you got this. Come on, draw the knee. Draw the knee. Draw the knee. 4 seconds. Come on, we got it. Time. Good. Stay right where you're at. So we're planking in 20 seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds left. All right. We'll switch it. All right. Last round. Keep those hips up. Ready? And let's go. This is it. This is it. It's about to be 10 a.m. and you already got your movement in for the day. Bring those hips up. Hips up, hips up, hips up. Drop them just a tad. Right there. Hold it right there. Come on, let's work. Squeeze. It's supposed to burn, right? You need that pressure. That pressure makes the greatness. Right? Nothing grows in the comfort zone. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It feels good there. Come on, get it up. Feels good in the comfort zone, but nothing grows there. So you choose it, growth or the feel good feeling. Get them up, Clem. Get it up, get it up, get it up. Come on, you owe me 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good work. Good job. Good job. All right. How y'all feel? You like me? I'm sweating everywhere. All right. Grab you some water. We're going to do a little quick cool down. In my practice, in my belief, I do believe just how you warm the body up for movement, you have to cool the body down. So we're about to get ready. We're going to do a lot of the stuff that we did earlier. A lot of the same stuff. Arm circle series. Lunge. Stretch and hold that pose. So come on, Clem. Come on. If you up like me, come on. 10 big circles to the front. As you get 10 big ones to the front, skip right to the 10 big ones to the back. There you go. Good. Good. Come on. So look at that. We moved for, we did movement for 20 minutes straight. All right. Once we get it there, get your back top. All right. And look, we're done for the day. Got a nice warm up, nice workout, nice cool down. Once we get it there, we go hip twist. Come on, give me some energy, Clem. You can work it out and take it off. Yeah, there you go. So 5 each way, make sure you twist that foot. You want to range of motion in that hip. All right. Once we get it there, we're going to go right into our lateral lunge again. You should be able to hold this a little deeper than you were earlier. Now that we worked on it, sit in that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push together. We're going to go to the other side. 5. Both feet are flat. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Right, so we're gonna go into runner's pose. All right. If you're on carpet and you want to put this knee down and lean back, that's okay too. I'm just not on carpet. I'm here. Lean back. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go here. Here. Lean back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's stay on our feet. Let's stay on our feet. Breathe. Just reach down. Let's touch these toes. Touch the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? Let's open. And when we reach, we're gonna reach back. Reach back. Okay?
My computer's about to die.
Mine's too, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But we're almost done, right? So after you reach in the back, you're gonna grab your right ankle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna grab that left ankle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So we got it in today, folks. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. Right. I don't even know what are we calling this? What are we calling these? We haven't even came up with an official name, huh?
Not an official name. It's just group training fitness session.
Yes, come join it. Come get fit with Coach Dee. Let's do that. Come get fit, guys. Next week we'll be back Wednesday. We go live at 8:30 a.m. Clem has all the information if you want to actually be in on the Zoom. I'll answer questions. You can type in questions, any questions that you have. We do have a script that we're going by, the nutrition guide. So next week we'll be talking more on that. And then the last 30 minutes, we'll get in movement again. Every week is going to be a different circuit. It's going to be very similar to like what you've seen today. 4 to 5 exercises where we're working 30 seconds, 40 seconds every minute on the minute. So yeah, I hope you guys took away some great information. I would like to say, keep what resonates, leave what doesn't. So if nothing resonated with you today, that is okay. Just pass on this information to somebody else. Maybe this will resonate with them. You guys have a great day. I'll see you next Wednesday. Clem, thank you for joining. Good workout today. Thank you for putting this on. This was a great first one. And I'll be contacting you after this.
All right.
All right.